Are we live? Yeah, we're about to be.
I forgot I left the door open. The dog's right here. Give me 2 seconds. I'm so sorry. Come on.
What's these record percentages that are popping up?
Okay, that's the upload.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
All right. We are officially live. Welcome back to another episode of Late Entry, your favorite or soon to be favorite place for the hottest sports news, wildest viral topics, and conversations guaranteed to make you laugh.
Shit, am I
Uh,
late?
uh,
I mean, shoot, am
join
I late?
tonight.
Dang it.
Late entry is hosted as always by Toph,
What's going on, late entry family?
RBF Kyle,
What's up, everybody?
and I'm your boy Double Dose. We've got a good episode for you guys tonight. We are going to be talking about which college produces the best wide receivers, aka wide receiver U. We are going to be giving you our top 10 wide receiver rankings. We've got four top wide receivers. One of them's got to go. We're going to be telling you which four of those are and which one's got to go. Trending topic on Twitter recently has been the worst song ever. We're going to give you our list for that. If we've got time, we do have a based or BS for you. And then close off as always with our all due disrespect and our funny posts. So Kyle, if you want to pull up the wide receiver U picture so we can show the class.
Absolutely.
And then basically this has got four different colleges, which is going to consist of USC, LSU, OSU, and Bama. So this is going to be recent wide receivers on who's got the best one, or which college in general produces the best ones. So I'm going to read all these guys off to you guys for anyone who's listening to us and not watching. So USC, we've got Juju, Michael Pittman Jr., Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jordan Addison, and Drake London. LSU, we have Malik Neighbors, Jamar Chase, Jettas, Brian Thomas Jr., and DJ Chark. OSU has got Njigba, Marvin Harrison Jr., Garrett Wilson, Terry McLaurin, and Chris Olave. And then finishing with Bama, Jerry Jeudy, Waddle, Devontae Smith, JMO, and Calvin Ridley. Toph, as you were the one who found this topic, why don't you kick us off?
All right, guys. So this is a very interesting topic. I feel like, we hear about this every year, especially because they have like a new group of receivers coming from college to the NFL. And it's always a big debate on, who produces the best talent. Um, the way I look at it is from, what you did in college to translate to the NFL. What you do on Sunday, I think, is more important. Um, Anybody that knows any kind of ball, if you just look at this graphic, that team in the purple, right between Ohio State and USC, just those four, no disrespect to DJ Chark, but those four right there, those are some absolute dogs.
I was going to say
Probably
the
some of the
same
best wide
thing.
receivers in the league. So just a disparity of just like, if you just took those four and you could put, the rest of the college's best players of all time, it's still really hard to beat those four that LSU produces. Jason Jefferson are arguably the best wide receivers in the league. You could go, 1A, 1B. It starts with those two right there. Um, I'm an Ohio State guy, but I'd be a dummy to not take LSU for this one.
You nasty talking about Ohio State being an Ohio
Listen,
Get
State
out of
guy.
here with that.
those are my guys, but I got to keep it real. I can't
I
even
can't
cap
wait for
with
week
this one.
13 this year.
Yeah,
Um,
and chat chime in too if you on who you guys are taking as wide receiver U. Yeah, I'm with you, Toph, to jump off what you were saying too. Same thing. I saw Shark and I was like, well, he's the clear odd man out of this entire group. But like you said, it does not matter, Doug. Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson can basically go two versus everybody else on this, and then you add Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. in, it's over. For me, clear LSU. Kyle?
I hate to be the boring person here. I think Ohio State probably gives the next run. Unfortunately, outside of St. Brown, And Drake London's great. He's a great receiver. And I'm not trying to shit on Jordan Addison or take a poop on Michael Pittman or Juju or anything like that, because they're all great too. It's such a tough list here. Yeah, I mean, LSU all day is the best. Like you guys said, you could just take these two against anybody. You add in Malik Neighbors, BTJ, two young studs that are just gonna only get better and even push these two from their alma mater that much harder to stay at the top. LSU all day.
Who do you guys think would be number 2?
I mean, I would go Ohio State for number 2. I'm just going to list some more notable names. I'll start with Ohio State. Some of these guys already on this picture. I'm just going to see the name again. Marvin Harrison Jr., Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, and some people might know that Jameson Williams actually started at Ohio State. So you could put him in either one. Michael Thomas, Scary Terry, Chris Carter, who's a Hall of Famer, St. Antonio Holmes, Joey Galloway, Ted Ginn Jr., Brian Hartline, and Michael Jenkins. So I do think Ohio State just has the better overall list of quality wide receivers, where LSU is just, very top heavy. So like I said, I can make a case for Ohio State, but just those 4 people right there, at least for me, just outweighs, just consistency of, I want to say role players are okay guys, but that's a strong 4 right there.
I agree. I was going to say the same, that Ohio State would have been my 2. If you're just talking about these 5, Alabama pushes them a little bit, I think, but Ohio State still, I think, has the edge. And then, like you just said, their history, if we were talking about beyond just these 5 people, I would probably be leaning a lot more towards Ohio State, unfortunately, because they've had about 25 straight years of producing insane wide receiver talent.
Actually, You know what? Sorry, go ahead, Spence.
No, I was just going to say I'm with you. What were you going to say?
I'm going to take Alabama at number 2. Let me run you down this list here.
Okay.
The problem with Alabama is they didn't always translate to the NFL, but these guys every Saturday, Alabama by far had the best group of wide receivers to come there. Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Calvin Ridley, Jalen Waddle, Henry Ruggs, Devontae Smith, Jamison Williams, DeAndre White, and Ozzie Newsome. He's an old head. This is, back in the black and white days. He's a Hall of Famer. But those lists of Alabama guys and college by far beats Ohio State. That's coming from an Ohio State fan.
I feel like I always think of Alabama as being where the running backs go.
I mean, they're good too, but they always had just you'd have your Mark Ingrams and all of them, but they always had one really good wide receiver. And even when they were just really running the ball more, they've always had a good wide receiver. And when you had Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Ruggs, and Devontae Smith on the exact same team, I mean, you could run 4 wides, and I don't know who's guarding those guys one-on-one. And you had 2 of them on the ball.
Hey, if you in the chat and you let us know who you think wide receiver U is going to be. All right, let's move over to our wide receiver rankings. Kyle, you can take us off the share screen.
Oh, my bad there.
No worries. All right, so I've got I'm gonna run mine first for you guys. First off, I want to start by saying I want to issue a small apology. So last week we gave our running back rankings going into 2025, and I think that I'm a huge fantasy football guy, and I think that may have jaded me slightly on my rankings. And the biggest one that I want to change up is I had Bijan Robinson at number 8, and I think off talent, I think he's much higher. And I also have been talking that I think that Atlanta's going to be a lot better this year. I think that Penix is going to air the ball out more, get Pitts involved, stuff like that. It's going to open up the run game for Bijan. So if I was thinking more about last season and where he's been at with that, and so I want to say I owe Bijan an apology. I think that you are going to be much higher than running back 8 this season. RJ said all the athletes come from the South, period.
That's true.
Facts.
Hey, no disagreement.
Down in the South, football is king.
All right, so wide receiver rankings, top 10 going into 2025. I want to start with my honorable mention. It's going to be hard to tell yet because of the terrible two teams that Devontae Adams played on last year. Adding him with Puka, who's going to be the dog, or if they're both going to be really good, but not have one super productive one. So we're going to see. So I've got honorable mention, Puka and Devontae. Number 10, I have Garrett Wilson. We just need to have a functioning offense, and we've seen him without a functioning offense doing well. Number 9, Nico Collins. I'm excited to see him, CJ Stroud, back at it again. I think that they do good work. Number 8, Mike Evans. Mike, Baker Mayfield. I feel like that kind of goes without saying. Mike has been the staple of consistency. He's always balling out. Number 7, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think that he is an absolute dog. He's produced very, very well in the Lions offense. I am concerned to see what it looks like this season without Ben Johnson calling the plays. And I don't think that he's quite as talented as the guys I've got above him. Number 6 may be a reach to some people, but I think based off the extreme talent we saw even year one as a rookie, between Jackson Dart, between Jameis, between Russ, somebody just consistently, competently get this man the ball. Malik Neighbors, I have at number 6, could go even higher. Freakish talent. Number 5, A.J. Brown, Super Bowl champion A.J. Brown. Enough said. Number 4, Tyreek Hill. I just need to see how things look with him chemistry-wise this season. That man basically quit on his team at the end of last season. He has got some of the most freakish talent that we've seen in the entire league before. We just need a healthy Tua, and we need to engage Tyreek that wants to be there.
It's a big
number
ask.
3. It is that is true. Number 3 is also a big ask, but I've got CeeDee Lamb. We're gonna have new coaching in Dallas. They've obviously got the cloud of Micah's whole situation going on, which we talked about on our last episode. But we've got hopefully a healthy Dak for the whole season. And we've got now George Pickens playing opposite CeeDee Lamb. So that should hopefully open some things up. You got Javonte Williams in the backfield. If you've got a decent amount of a balanced offense, CeeDee Lamb should be able to get open and really, really produce. Number 2. Now 2 and 1. It's basically a coin flip. But the only reason that I picked who I'm about to say at 2 is because of the quarterback situation. I got Justin Jefferson. If I'm looking at his production, and then I look at, and it's real close. You've got Jefferson and Jordan Addison at your receivers, but you've got J.J. McCarthy, a rookie, well, a redshirt rookie essentially, coming off of, I believe, an ACL injury. And then you compare to number 1, I got Jamar Chase. You got Jamar, and you got T. Higgins getting thrown to by Joe Burrow. So even if the exact same talent, if there were a push, I just think that Jamar Chase's situation is just a little bit better than Justin Jefferson's. Kyle, you want to go next? Or wait first, what do you guys think about my list?
For the most part, I love your list. Honestly,
I was getting killed. I was getting killed last week because of the good Brees Hall in my top 10 for running backs. So
like I said, I think the biggest thing with this, I think this was the hardest ranking to do because there's so many wide receivers. Someone's going to get left out. It is impossible to, fit 10 people in there. Like I said, and some of these are splitting hairs, but like I said, I would say don't get in your fields checked. There's just so many wide receivers in today's game. Some of those getting left off. It's just, it is what it is. But I think the list was pretty solid, to be honest.
Hey, Play Yourself said, everybody who's watching, go ahead and like the stream. Help us out. Appreciate you. If you're not subscribed to us, leave us a subscribe. And don't forget to comment in here. We got Anthony back in the chat. He said number 2 and number 1 selections very justified. Appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely.
Did you guys have any? Did you feel there were any big snubs on my list, or anything that you would change big time?
Snub. I would say personally, I felt a little bit of a reach with Tyreek, but and I can get into that with my list. To me, I've loved his career. He's played great. I can't put my eggs in his basket the way he's put himself in other girls' eggs. I just can't commit to that. I just can't do it. So, yeah, Tyreek being number 4, I understand, and like you just said, he's so talented. But I guess I can just get into my list because to me, he didn't even make my top 10 because I just think while there's a chance he has a career year or even a good year like he had 2-3 years ago, I do think he's on his way down. He's always said he wanted to be a 10-year player. He's approaching that. So I'll get it going. Number 10,
Hey,
I got
real quick. I'm sorry, I don't mean to
Yeah.
cut you off.
Yeah.
Tony said that he would throw Drake London in the top 10. Definitely low, but still in
definitely
there.
low.
Tony,
So-
comment and let us know who you would take out to put Drake London in. Go ahead.
Probably
Kyle.
Garrett.
True. I'd take out Tyreek Hill. No.
Hey,
All right.
that's your
I
list,
do
brother.
not have Drake London in my top 10, but he was very close.
Okay.
I went with I tried to be a little spicy here and just go off of talent. And even though they're in an oversaturated setting, here we go. Number 10, Devontae Smith. I think he's better than AJ Brown. I really do. I think he is the security blanket for Jalen Hurts. 2 out of the last 3 years, he's ended the year with more receiving yards than AJ Brown and just as many touchdowns. So while AJ Brown looks great and he's that awesome deep threat, I really feel like Devontae Smith is their kind of sneaky wide receiver 1. Number 9, another wide receiver 2, T. Higgins. I think this dude is a straight up dog. And if he wasn't on this team, once again, he would be a number 1 basically anywhere else. Number 8, I got BTJ, Brian Thomas Jr., very promising rookie showing. And I think he's only going to grow from here. It really just comes down to, can Trevor find him all season? Number 7, my injured boy from the Mitten State, Nico Collins. He fought an injury this year, but I definitely think the connection he has with CJ is unmatched. Number 6, along with you, Spence, I got Malik Neighbors. Right there, I think, he's got somebody that can throw to him now, somebody that can hit him as the deep threat, hit him all day. Puka Nacua, number 5 for me. And it's kind of like you said, I don't know necessarily which one's going to be wide receiver 1 this year. It could be either one. So I could have put a little hyphen there and put Tay. I'm going with the younger receiver here that has the edge. And so I'm going with Puka. Number 4, kind of like you were just saying earlier too, that Amon-Ra St. Brown might take a slide back because of the coordinator situation. I actually think he's going to solidify himself as Jared's comfort blanket this year, and just be there whenever Jared needs a quick first down or a quick 8-yard out, whatever he needs. Number 3, CD Lamb. Number 2, I got Jamar. I guess wishful thinking for JJ, kind of, but I also think that what Justin did with nobodies at the quarterback position was insane. And all we've seen from Jamar is him with his favorite quarterback of all time. So I'm giving the edge to Justin for being able to fight through that adversity. But 1A, 1B,
Who was you had one that I had an issue with. Who was 10-9-8? Can you read those back to me?
Devonta Smith, T. Higgins, Brian Thomas Jr., then Nico Collins was 7.
Bro, Devontae over AJ Brown, I think that's a real spicy take.
That is pretty
Toph,
spicy.
what do you think about that? do you think that's justified, or you think that's
I think Devontae Smith is really good, but AJ Brown is just, you could throw it up to him. He's 50-50. He's been putting up numbers since he was in Tennessee. I don't know if Devontae Smith could do the same things that he's done, but I'm not, I don't want to disrespect Devontae Smith. I think he's good, but I'm taking AJ Brown over Smitty.
Yeah, give me Smitty, baby.
You're getting some love for the in the chat for the Brian Thomas Jr. though. That's a good one. No Malik Neighbors though. Or no, you had Neighbors. You had Neighbors at the same place.
No, he did.
Yep. Same place.
No, yeah, that was really my big hot one was probably Smith going over AJ.
I feel you with the Higgins one though. Like Higgins is absolute dog. So I mean, having 2 top 10 receivers on the Bengals, I don't think is crazy at all.
No, I agree. Yeah, he's just that good. He's shown when Jamar Chase was healthy and hurt that he can do it.
Toph?
All right. Mine is really spicy.
Oh God.
Again, let me preface this. My rankings is always based on projections and how I think it's going to play out this year. I definitely also played heavy into the youth movement. I usually don't do these, but let's do honorable mention. T. Higgins and Drake London. T. Higgins, kind of like what y'all said, if he was, on the Patriots or some other team that didn't have like, a true wide receiver, he would be that guy. But that man is always injured. I don't know how every single year he'll miss a handful of games. But talent wise, I mean, he was putting up numbers before Jamar Chase got there. Um, like I said, I don't want to mention to him and Drake London. I think this is a year. Like I said, he's always flirting. A lot of people have him in the top 10. Madden had him in the top 10. A lot of ESPN has it as well too. And like I said, I'm a Falcons fan, but he didn't make my top 10. But I think by the end of this year, I think he could really, put a stamp in the league, especially with Michael Penix, the lefty, who's going to be slinging that rock to all those people. But those are my two honorable mentions. Number 10, I got Puka Nakua. Number 9, I have Nico Collins. 8, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Number 7, Brian Thomas Jr. Number 6, I have Tyreek Hill. Number 5, I have AJ Brown. And number 4, I have Mr. Malik Deep Ball Neighbors. I think at the end of this year, he could be fighting for the other LSU guys for the top wide receiver in the league. This man had every quarterback under the sun. I don't know who was suiting up, throw that ball to the Giants. And it didn't matter who was throwing the ball. That man was, bean topping, mossing everybody. He is an absolute unit. If you've seen him in training camp, he got guys falling down. He's out there going crazy. With the moonball from Russell Wilson, I think he's going to explode this year. I definitely expect big things from Mr. Malik Neighbors. Number 3, we got CD Lamb. Just every year, he always does his thing, no matter if it's Dax playing, Cooper Rush, whoever's throwing the ball, CD Lamb always puts up the numbers. And just like everybody else, that was a little bit different. I put number 2, Jamar Chase, just because we've only seen him play with, Joe Burrow. Justin Jefferson, whoever the quarterback was, he always put up numbers. He's been a little bit longer than Jamar Chase. I mean, I would still think Jamar Chase could put up numbers, but like I said, I think it's definitely helps when you got arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the league throwing it to you. So out of respect, I'm gonna go Justin Jefferson at number 1.
Okay.
I'm with
I
you,
was
Toph. I'm
laughing.
with you.
I was laughing earlier. RJ said big Penix energy. I guess it's
man,
Penix,
I
but
hope
still, yeah.
I've definitely called him Phoenix
Pausing
before as
me
well
on
too.
shit.
So pause.
That's pretty good. I feel like yours is like a combo of Kyle's and mine. Like we're
Yep.
all pretty in the same universe. No crazy reaches, I would say. Who did you
I
have at
agree.
1 again? Which one did you have at
Justin
1?
Jefferson. I
Okay.
mean, I
Same
think
as me.
Malik Neighbors at 4 could be a bit of a reach, but I think that'd
I
be
got
the only
Puka at
one. I
4,
think
and
him
y'all
and
had him
Brian
at 10.
Thomas
So
are
sorry,
like
one
the
more time.
next 2 guys.
Thomas
Yeah.
and who?
Malik Neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I agree.
Brian
They've been
Thomas
nice
put
to.
up numbers as well too. I didn't even know he put up the numbers he did until I looked at it.
I mean, I had neighbors at 6. I mean, 4 to 6 and top 10 receivers. I feel like you could switch those around easily.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Neighbors was on a tear last season
Mhm.
as a rookie with Tommy DeVito throwing to him.
Yeah,
Like,
he had everybody.
Fucking lock. Yeah.
like, bro, we just need a competent thrower between 3 guys with the Giants right now. So
I
I
thought
mean,
Eli
yeah.
Manning might have got back out there at one point.
All right, let's move over to our one gotta go. So this is going to be we've got Antonio Brown, Julio Jones, Odell Beckham Jr., and Devontae Adams. Out of the 4 of those players, one of them has got to go, all in their prime. Kyle, why don't you start us off?
Oh, it's funny because you guys said like, "Oh, it's easy. Which one has to go?" This one was tough for me. In their prime, um, I personally, I think, wow, this is hard. I think I have to go with OBJ.
I was gonna say it's really only one option, bro.
Yep.
But
You wanna?
AB was too. AB is like the next one, I think. But he was just too dominant, even in that short
Oh no,
period.
No. I disagree with you.
I think he was. I
Yeah.
mean, he didn't do it for. I mean, the other guys did it for way longer. And I know we're talking prime. Sure, we're talking prime. And if we're, I guess, yeah, sure. You talk about those like 4 seasons he had with the Steelers. Yeah, they were legendary. But Tay did it for what, 6 in Green Bay. Julio did it for longer than that in Atlanta. So that's just why I would put him 30. I guess his prime didn't last as long, but I know it was very dominant. I don't think you can go wrong with any of them.
Yeah,
But
AB's numbers are astronomical.
Yeah.
It was always between him and Julio Jones. Who's the best in the league?
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, I've got some stats prepared for this one that I would like to present to you guys. Because
go ahead and roll them out.
When I saw this initially, I thought it was one obvious one, and then by doing all these stats, I still think it's obvious. So it's ironic for me because the only guy whose jersey I have on this is actually OBJ. But just to begin with, off first glance, only one of these guys I feel like was never considered to be the best receiver in the league at one point. Like there were some seasons with Green Bay where Devontae was him. Julio Jones and AB, I feel like go without saying. But the thing about AB is because of all the crazy stuff that happened, people forget how good AB was. Let me tell you some stuff about AB. 2010's all-decade team. Twice led the league in receiving yards, twice led the league in receptions, once led it in receiving touchdowns, 7 Pro Bowls, 4 first-team All-Pros, 1 second-team All-Pro, Super Bowl champion. Julio Jones, twice led the league in receiving yards, once co-leader in receptions, 7 Pro Bowls, 2-time first-team All-Pro, 3-time second-team All-Pro. Also on the Pro Football Hall of Fame 2010s team. Then we move over to Odell. It's Odell and Devontae who had closer awards, which I thought. But then I'm gonna get into some numbers with them too. So Odell, offensive rookie of the year, 3-time Pro Bowl, 2-time second team All Pro, Super Bowl champion. Devontae Adams, 2-time receiving touchdown leader, 6 Pro Bowls, 3-time first team. Okay, so then I'm looking at Odell and Devontae's awards. I'm like, okay, those are closer than I thought. The other 2 guys have both made 7 Pro Bowls. But these stats, there is an astronomical difference between the 2 of them. So, Toph, I checked with you before we started this. It used to be about 10,000 receiving yards would get you into the Hall of Fame as a receiver. Antonio Brown, 12,291 receiving yards. Julio Jones is the receiving leader of these 4, 13,703. Devontae Adams, 11,844. So AB has more receiving yards than Devontae, even though people I feel like think that his career was quick. So we've got Julio. Odell. I'm sorry, that's the last one. Odell, 7,987 yards. So he's got a significant drop off from the other 3 in yards. Receptions career. AB 928, Julio 914, Devontae 957, Odell 575. Devontae is the receptions leader of these 4. Lastly, touchdowns. Antonio Brown 83, Julio 66, Devontae in the lead with 103, Odell at 59. So Odell's stats across the board in every category are severely lacking. The only place that it's close is Pro Bowls and like first team All Pro and stuff between him and Devontae. Aside from that, there's nowhere that this list is close. Toph?
Yeah, I mean, wide receiver is my favorite position in the whole NFL. That's what I played, back in my heyday, back in 1965. Yeah, just like you. I also had the Browns Odell jersey. He was my favorite wide receiver by far when he came into the league, just out of nowhere.
You had the Browns one?
Yep, I had the Browns one.
Oh, I had the Giants one.
I did. I was a little late to the party. After I heard the rumblings on the boat, I said, yeah, he might not be there too much longer. So let me wait it out before I buy this jersey. But yeah, he was the only one that fortunately just had, so many knee injuries, he just couldn't sustain it anymore. But if he was on the trajectory that he was at, he would be right on up there with the numbers of Antonio Brown and Julio Jones. I think Odell's just like, he had the mold or the blueprint for like receivers in today's game because they all modeled their game after him. He's the youngest one out of that. So after time, all the people we got in the league now, who did they watch growing up? It was him. He was the most dynamic, maybe other than Julio Jones. I feel like, he had the crazy one-hand catch. A lot of people, just think that was his only one good play. But if you look at, his like first 3-4 years in the league, he was putting up some crazy numbers. But unfortunately, Odell, he does gotta go, man. Just these other three, the stats alone just speaks it, longevity. Unfortunately, Odell, the tribe has spoken. You gotta go, my brother.
It's crazy because two things. There was one point where it's like, all right, that catch that Odell had really skyrocketed him, and then the stats aren't necessarily there compared to some of these contemporaries.
Definitely
But
not long term.
when I was looking up the stuff to prepare for this, though, Odell has some pretty crazy like out the gate stats. So we talked about him being the offensive offensive rookie of the year, but he also, when you're looking down the line, it was like, I don't have them in front of me, but it was like fastest player to so many yards. I think down to like 4,000, first player to like 4,000 yards, like all of it down the line. He was on a crazy tear to start his career, and then you had the combination of injuries, Giants mismanagement, and then getting sent to the wasteland that is Cleveland. Yeah,
So,
but go ahead.
To that point, I just looked it up because I knew he was going dummy at this time. When he got traded to the Rams, so this is playoffs included, he played a total of 12 games for the Rams, right? So a little over half a season. He had 7 touchdowns and 593 yards with 48 receptions. Dude had like what wide receiver twos do in a season, like in, I guess, like what, 2/3 of a season. I mean, he was so good. It's not to put any disrespect against him. It's just these other 3 players being who they are, and this being a tough list for him to compete with.
Absolutely, and he's one of 2 players on this list that have Super Bowls. And I believe, because he got hurt, I think he tore his something in his leg during the Super Bowl. He had 2 touchdowns before he got hurt. Yeah, in the Super Bowl.
I think he did it on the
non-contact.
Yep. Let's check the chat real quick. We've got going back to the list. Tony said that St. Brown deserves to be top 4.
Hell yeah.
Super Boss Man said Odell for sure has got to go. And then RJ said, I'm going to be real with y'all, Devontae is the best receiver on that list. I've seen Devontae play a lot as a Packers fan. I can't disagree with that. I mean, AB is a freaking freak too. But Devontae was doing his thing for a while, and he had that connection with Rodgers. I mean, you saw the touchdown situation.
Yeah, it's touchdown.
Devontae's at 103 touchdowns, and the next closest is AB at 83. Yeah, so it's like he's got the only thing that he's missing is a Super Bowl.
I'm not putting 18
no slack on his name. Devontae, he is that guy.
With 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter, like in my fantasy game, I was down by 18 points with 12 minutes left to go in the game. All I had was Tay, and that dude somehow won me the game by like 3 or 4 points. He got it done. He caught like 2 touchdowns and went for like 100 yards in the fourth quarter. It was insane.
Yeah. RJ specified, he said, just in terms of a pure wide receiver. I mean, dude is a freak and has very good footwork too. All right. All right. So we're gonna move away from football. Let's get into, and now chat, I really want to see you guys contribute to this topic specifically next. We are going to talk about the worst song of all time. Now, this has been a big viral topic on Twitter. People have been going back and forth about it. I've seen a lot of people make best songs list off of this, and then their worst songs. I want to start off by saying the idiots that were putting Hey Ya by Outkast is the worst song of all time. What do you listen to? What do you listen to? That song is a masterclass. That is a hit. If you don't like, I saw someone had tweeted, if you don't like Hey Ya, you don't like music. I can't imagine what would possess you to get on the internet and put that in front of our faces. But yeah, I'll go last. Toph, I'm gonna let you start with this. But chat, please put what you think is the worst song of all time in the chat. We're gonna come back and check you guys' list. Toph, kick us off.
This was a tough one for me because, like I said, if a song is just bad, I just don't listen to it. I don't really put much, thought about it. Other than that, so I had to really think long and hard about this one. I was like, you know what? There's a very popular song that I just always hated. It was so annoying to me. I said, you know what? That's gonna be mine for this one. So I gotta go. Sean Kingston. I don't know what it's like called, like "Too Beautiful." You know what song I'm
Beautiful
talking about?
Girls.
Yeah, I hate that song,
That's
man, with a
insane.
passion. It's annoying. I know it's
That was
gonna
one of
be a
my
hot
favorite
take,
songs ever
but
in middle school.
I
bro.
couldn't stand Sean Kingston in that song. I hated it. So that's gonna be my pick.
Your way too.
Yeah, there it goes. Can't stand it.
Bro, Spencer is hurt. He is shook.
Hey, you asked this question. I'm gonna give you my answer.
That is one of the worst takes I've ever heard
Hey,
before
that
in
is
my
a-
life.
That's all right. 'Cause that's my take. You asked this
Oh
question,
my
I give you my
God.
answer.
Word.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe because it's not my music taste. That's a big part of it too.
That's a bop. Like, it's not like one of my favorite
No,
songs ever, but
no,
that's a
no.
bop.
It is to some people, not to me though.
I'll do respect to Toph for that.
Nah,
that's all
dog. We
right.
got
Speaking of
we
all
got we got as worst takes. The person who put Hey Ya and Toph was right underneath it.
As soon as you said that, I said, "Yeah, I can see where this one's going." As soon as I say my answer,
Let's
Katie
check
says
in.
anything by Sexy Red.
Yeah, there was some of those I had to think about when we were when I
See,
was
it's
making my
bad.
list.
Those are
It's
not
bad,
good.
but it's catchy, so it gets the pass.
I mean, yeah.
I despise
I
everything.
mean, I ain't
that-
got no Sexy Red on my Spotify, but
I ain't gonna say who yet, but somebody in the chat just stole mine.
dang,
Okay.
sniped
Okay.
them.
Well, drop yours first then.
All right, I'm gonna go first. Thomas, you son of a gun. It's Friday by Rebecca Black.
Oh, I don't mind that song.
Ooh.
Come
Maybe
on.
it's so memeable.
Come on,
So it got
bro.
the pass.
That song just pissed me off. It's still I'm hearing it right now and it's pissing me off. And it's
annoying,
freaking
but it was
15
so
years
memey.
later. So
I hear you.
I about had it up to here with that bullshit.
I also don't really listen to it that much, so it wasn't that annoying.
That's fair.
I feel like it's tough because it was probably intended to be a legitimate song, but to me, it's like in meme music, like in my head. Like that would be like coming on here. That'd be like coming on here and saying that Ice JJ Fish song is the worst song of all time.
Hey,
There's
Shout out Ice
something
JJ
about
Fish.
you, girl. You know what song I'm talking about? Like,
oh yeah. Shout out Ice JJ Fish, man, the GOAT.
Terrible. Let's check
Oh
the
my
chat, see who we got
gosh.
in here.
Tony says the rap by Jake Paul, it's every day, bro. You guys ever
I have
hear
not
that?
heard that.
I've never heard of that.
It was terrible. It was like when I think 2014, 2015, when he like first got past the TikTok days and he and Logan were doing their vlogs on YouTube and getting famous. He came out with like diss raps against Logan and then came out with that. And I remember Tony's younger brother would listen to that shit and that crap in his room every day, bro. As we're coming home, and it's every day, bro. And it was so bad. It was so bad. So I'm with you, Tony.
Okay. I'll have to check this out to see how bad it is. When things are so bad, sometimes I need to see them for science. Like like the new War of the Worlds movie that released with Ice Cube that got a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. I have to see it. I have to see why it's that bad. Y'all couldn't get 1%. All the clips I've seen it have been terrible. But now I have to check this one out. All right, let's check some more of these on the list. RJ said Lil B wonton soup. Do you guys know what? Do you know what song that is?
I know Lil B.
No, I know
and
who Lil B
I
is,
don't
but I
really
never
like
listened to
his
his music.
music.
I've heard of Lil B before. I've never listened to a single
bass
song
guy.
by him.
He literally, I think he outwardly, like, he came out in an interview and said, like, I just tried to make it by making the worst raps I could think of and seeing if it would work.
Which that does work.
You made it. Let's see what else we got on here. Yeah, Katie has said anything by Sexy Red. Super Bossman said terrible take. Which one is the terrible take? Which song is the one that you're saying is a good one? Yo, what? Super Bossman, Call Me Maybe, Carly Rae Jepsen. That was a good song at the time period. Like when it came out, it's pop music. Like, you know what I mean? That was not all right. Y'all killing me out
here. I'm kind of with
here.
him on that Carly Rae Jepsen one. I'm kind of with him on that one.
Well, you have Friday on yours. I feel like those are like they were
yeah, no, you're right.
pieces.
No,
I mean,
but
Rebecca
Carly Rae
Black and Carly
Jepsen
Rae, those are basically the
started
same
as a
things.
bop, but became overplayed as fuck. Friday was fucking freaking terrible from the start.
Yeah, I mean,
like you just made fun of it, so it's just like it wasn't that bad. It was bad, but it's like okay, I can stomach it.
Yeah, just turn to the other radio station.
Yo, I think Tony just put in here the actual correct answer. This was not what I had, but this is probably better than what I had. Honorable mention. What does the Fox say? That genuinely might be the worst song of all time.
Oh yeah, that one is pretty.
There are no redeeming qualities in that song. Redeeming qualities. This song is terrible. Hey Tony, congratulations! You were dead on. That is. Yes, we have to give you an award, Tony. That is the correct answer.
It was so bad it wasn't even on my radar, so I wouldn't even have thought about it.
Okay. So Super Boss Man was talking shit to you, Toph. He said that was a bad take about Beautiful Girls by Sean Kingston.
That's all right. I don't care.
Also, Ant-Man is out here defending Lil B. He said wonton soup is fire.
Now I have to look up wonton soup after this and see.
Same.
All right. I was trying to think of stuff that everyone would know, but now I've kind of wondered if I went too niche because everyone's picked like yes, Big Tiff is back with a terrible take. Gangnam Style is a banger. I didn't understand a word they said, but it hit. Yeah, it hit. I didn't.
And it had to dance too. Come on now.
Yeah.
Nah.
That hurts me to see that.
Anybody can do that dance, even if you ain't got no rhythm.
I was. So I was hoping. Hopefully, you guys know what songs these two are that I'm gonna say. I couldn't pick between one. I had to give you two memorable songs that stuck out with me in my head that I cannot stand. Number one, Coi Leray, No More Parties. Coi Leray has gone on to make a few decent songs after this one, but this was her first one that blew up.
I actually like him.
No, that's what I'm saying. She's made some good songs after, like now, but her first intro debut song, that was terrible. She's not actually saying words. She's like, pull up in the ooh, hit him with the ooh. Like, you're not. Where are the words? You can't just make vibes as a rapper / singer. No, the song is bad. It's no talent. It's no talent. It's no talent. And this is what I'm talking about. We're gonna take somebody, Coi Leray, No More Parties, where you're not actually putting lyrics together. And that's on the same level on some people's brains with Hey Ya by Outkast. I know music is subjective, but oh my goodness. And you, Toph, you're going to defend Coi Leray while telling me that Beautiful Girls is a bad song.
This is like when I was in Chicago, and this is the only song they played. You think Drake is overplayed? I had to go every single day and listen to Sean Kingston. I couldn't do it. Actually, you know what?
In middle school during
I just thought of a song.
Toph was probably in high school during that song. That had to be rough.
No, I was middle school.
On the radio while you're driving every 2 seconds. I hear you.
Okay, I got a song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ease off Sean Kingston. Give me I'm on a Boat. Hate that song.
Lonely Island did not make real music.
I don't care.
I mean, it's music.
I'm putting it on there. It's on Spotify, therefore. They can get this.
That's fair. Conversely, they made a hit with Jack Sparrow.
They did. But I'm on
They
a boat.
did.
Gotta go.
That's fair.
I'm
all about Lonely Island. They're awesome.
Yeah, they had some great music. All like parody music though. But
Yeah.
I could understand. I could understand. I'm on a boat not being your jam.
No, not at all.
What was the song from Step Brothers?
Ooh.
Oh, I know what you're talking. The one that he sings at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'll look it up real quick. Hopefully.
No, it's okay. It's not even that important. Just I got distracted. We were talking about I'm on a boat, and it made me think about that. Let me give you my other one. Now I know that most of our viewers and all three of us were all from Michigan, and this is probably going to offend some people. I've gone back and forth on what I think the best rap comes from. Is it West Coast? Is it New York? Is it Atlanta? I can tell you for a fact it is not Detroit. Detroit puts out some of the worst music I have ever heard in my life. Now, there are exceptions. T Grizzly's made a few good songs.
Eminem?
Yes. I'm talking about, like, Eminem is not like Detroit rap style, though.
Oh, yeah. You talk about that, the drill.
The style of Detroit rap, current Detroit rap. Yep. There is, and maybe I'm just aware of him because of because I don't listen to a lot of it. So maybe the most memorable to me, Sada Baby. Sada Baby is an atrocious artist, and the song Bop Stick is terrible. The hook, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little catchy.
Oh, man.
But Sada Baby's music to me is so aggressive. He sounds like a pit bull. Sada Baby sounds to me like if you went and found a homeless person under an underpass and gave him a perk and put a mic in his face.
That's great.
Like I gotta hear like it's awful.
I'm pretty sure I bought an album from that guy on my way home from the last Red Wings game.
It's so bad. And I had to look it up on my way home to make sure that I had the correct song and the right artist. I don't understand how people just go through their day listening to this. But I know one person that I'm sure appreciates Sada Baby. That's got to be George Pickens.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Sada, Young Boy, Cardi, all of that.
Let's take a look here on where the chat's at. Okay, apparently me talking about Coi Leray was unpopular. I'm getting tomatoes thrown at me. Oh my God, by everybody.
Yeah, see, there it goes.
Damn.
Katie, RJ, and Big Tiff all throwing tomatoes at me. Look, Ant-Man, you're wildin', bro. He said anything Macklemore. We are not gonna sit here and pretend like Macklemore did not make some hits. He's got some hits. He's probably got at least 5, if not 10, really, really good songs.
Not many, but he's got some.
I mean, it's only so many artists can really go past 10, I would say, hits. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about like good songs, I'm talking about hits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Macklemore's got at least 5. And I'm not even talking about, and even though it's aged poorly because of the overplayability, what was the first one? Thrift Shopping? That was a banger when it came out. Now he shouldn't have won that what was it, the Grammy or the Emmy or whatever over Kendrick, and that's why people hate him. But he's made some good music.
Hey, Kendrick doing all right now.
Can't Hold Us as a hit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. He's got a few real good ones. Ant-Man said Boats and Hoes. That is the song I was thinking of from Step Brothers.
Yep, gotta go.
Yeah, Katie says, "See me do my dance in these $100,000 pins that bang to you." Yeah, that
you
part
that
was
in the club, bro.
No. Okay,
and the
look.
whole shit starts.
No, look. That part sounds good. It's the part that follows it up that starts scaring the hoes. That's when it goes. Like you did something decent, and then you put a pit bull on the mic afterwards and put a piece of meat in front of its mouth. It's the growling and shit. Like, oh my God. That's me, though. That's just me, though. Super Boss Man said, anything Toph says is facts because he is music. So, an appropriate shirt you wore for tonight. I didn't even think about that.
Shout out to the other Chris. OG Chris.
OG Chris.
My brother.
All right. I think that's everything for worst songs ever. Let's roll this into based or BS. Mine's not that exciting, so I'm gonna go first, and I'll pass this off to Toph. Um, People have no like every day I'm reminded that the world is inhabited by people that I do not feel like have common sense. And it's crazy to me that we all live on this planet together and everybody's vote counts the same as mine. I was at I live close to the lake in Chicago, and so Lex and I took Bella over there the other day. We're hanging out, we're reading books by the water. Now we're probably 50 to 100 feet back from like where the water is. There's like a little trail that goes through, or like a walkway, like a little path, like people walk kind of along the water by. So we're sitting back there and we're laying down on the blanket. Bella's laying in front of us. There's this couple with this dog that walks by. My brother, they walked their dog this close to our dog without ever looking down to see what the interaction was going to be like. Now, Bella was laying down and she's chilling stuff, but why would you ever just casually walk? It's not like, hey, can they come say hi or anything? You're going to walk by that close to where another dog is at. And it's not like the humans were on this side next to Bella. You've got the dog next to the other dog. That is a recipe for disaster. And they never looked up. And I was just looking at them like, you guys are stupid. So then, like 30 minutes later, I got tired of laying on my stomach and I went to sit. There's like in Chicago, I don't know if you guys have seen pictures. There's like the cement blocks basically that go down to the water. So I went to sit on the blocks. Now, these two dudes come walking by. And granted, there's so much walking space. Right behind me is the trail I was talking about that you can walk by. And then there's several steps down that you can go as well. There's all this space. These dudes come walking by on the same like cement level that I'm at. I'm sitting there, sitting down, reading my book. Bella's sitting in front of me. The dude walks by, the two of them, they're walking double wide. And the guy walks straight through this close to where Bella is. So Bella stands up. She doesn't bark. She doesn't sniff at him. She doesn't do anything. She just stands up. And the guy closest to us jumps out the way. Now, me being a nice guy, I'm like, hey, sorry about that. Knowing damn well you're in the wrong for the situation. The other guy turns around. He's like, hey, what happened? I'm like, your boy jumped out the way when she stood up. He's like, you got to really be more careful than that. How I gotta be careful? I'm the solitary figure in the situation. You guys were walking, had all of this space, and chose to walk directly in front of the dog. She stood up, and you jumped like a pussy, and now that's my fault? So all due disrespect to everybody without spatial awareness.
Mm.
Especially, hey, you got a big dog too? Like, that's tough. Like, I have
Hold on.
85-pound boy up there, and you gotta have like your head on a swivel around people with a big dog, because they'll turn on them real quick and spin it on the dog. So
Was the dudes were they white?
Nah, they were like Dominican or something.
what?
Oh, maybe they just don't like.
I was
dogs.
about to say, of course they were.
Nah, the two that walked by the first time, those were white people. They were too concerned with having a nice afternoon stroll.
Yeah, they didn't care if their dog got ate by your dog. They were just...
Toph,
who's your all due disrespect?
Okay, taking it back to football here.
Okay.
All due disrespect to the Cleveland Browns. So basically, got a whole quarterback, roulette conundrum going on and things like that. Let me read you off to just the training camp stats. So we got Shador Sanders, who's at the most impressive stats. He's at 70% completion, 49-70, 6 touchdowns, and no interceptions. And mainly running with the backups of the backups, people who probably won't even make the team. Joe Flacco, 54-92, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Dylan Gabriel, who's really been struggling, he's 62 of 113, 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And you got Kenny Pickett, 23 of 34, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. My biggest gripe with this is we've seen Joe Flacco. The man's like 40 years old, super long in the tooth. Kenny Pickett, we've had a decent sample size of what he did in, Pittsburgh, which, mostly down, maybe a few ups and things like that. Dylan Gabriel, we don't know. But how in the world is Shador saying is fourth on the depth chart when he's played the best out of all those guys? Now I know
Kyle,
Cleveland has.
go ahead.
I know Cleveland's had, just a mess of management, you know, with the owner, coaching, gyms, all that kind of stuff in there. But if I was, a GM, I think I'd want to go with the youth movement more. Like I said, I mean, do we really expect the Browns to win a Super Bowl, this year? So I get it, the goal is to win the game, but like I said, first of all, you got a gauntlet of a division. Are you really going to win 4 games in your division? Whereas, like, okay, you could keep Joe Flacco, but I feel like I'd at least want to give the younger guys, most of the reps here between Dylan, Kenny, and Shador. And I know some of the guys are banged up. Then you just go and sign Tyler Huntley, off the streets again, who we saw what he did in Miami last year. That was just atrocious. But it's just this whole, mess. And then, taking shots at Shador Sanders in the media, really the owner and things like that. I'm just like, come on, man. You know, this is why, the Browns always be the Browns. So all the disrespect to the whole Cleveland Browns organization.
Kyle and I talked a little bit about the Browns quarterback situation on the Monday episode. Yeah, we pretty much agree with you on this. If it all except for one thing, if it was me, given the track record of quarterbacks that sit for a year or even some time, even you saw just Bryce Young sitting for just a few weeks, how that seemed to impact him. If it was me, I would run Joe Flacco this season, and I'd keep Shador and Dylan Gabriel both just in waiting, see who does better in practice the whole time. There's no reason to throw. There's no reason to throw either one of them out there right now to the Wolves, especially in that division. And furthermore, if one of them struggles, it's going to create a quarterback controversy immediately. So let's see what we've got. Evaluate that for a while. Let's let our veteran go out here and try to win some games moving forward. We'll reevaluate as the season goes. I don't blame them for that. But what I was saying is, yeah, I referenced the fact that we've seen Kenny Pickett let the ball throw him before. For those who haven't seen it before, it's not Kenny Pickett threw the ball threw him. Kenny Pickett should not be on the field again over those two guys. He would absolutely be at number 4 for me.
There's the fact he was at 4th, I thought was kind of crazy.
Absolutely. I mean, it's an interesting situation the Browns are in because if they play Shador and he plays well, it's going to make everyone look stupid, including them, because they took Dylan Gabriel instead. So it's kind of a tough situation. They really, I'm sure, want the Dylan Gabriel situation to work well, and that make them look like geniuses. But Shador is kind of in an interesting situation. He's starting the preseason game Friday, and I believe he's slated to play the whole thing because Gabriel is, hurt. Everybody's hurt right now, which is why they got Huntley to be a camp arm.
And that's why the Browns are the Browns.
It's an interesting situation because some people are saying he's set up to fail because he's been getting all of the 4th string snaps in camp, and Gabriel and Flacco have been taking the 1s and the 2s. But at the same time, other people are saying if you take the name out of it, any 5th round pick would be really excited to get a start in preseason. He's just got to he's got his one shot. He's got to go out there and kill it and show him that he is who he's supposed to be.
He's got to.
Kyle, you got anything to say about that?
I'm just commenting on what Ant said. He said, the saying goes, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. What does having 4 mean? How about 6? That's what Spencer said the other day. They got freaking 6 right now. What does having 6 mean? That is insane.
Yep. Hey, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike.
Also Dante's Dante's behind, and he called out Bohemian Rhapsody as the worst song. Dante, bro, you will go down in history as one of the best guests on Late Entry. What the freaking hell are you talking about? That is one of the greatest songs that was ever made. Fuck out of here.
I think that Bohemian Rhapsody's got to be one of those prime examples of the color divide. Although I am a fan, I'm also half of each. I like Bohemian Rhapsody, but Toph, where do you fall on that?
I mean, look again. It's not in my Spotify, but I don't think it's the worst song in the world. Like I said, it ain't gonna be in my rotation. I'm gonna just say that.
Hey, two Americas.
I have a very
Two Americas.
Two Americas.
He said, I don't care what y'all talking about. That song is trash. Yo. All right, hey, to each their own. But just as you have your opinion on that song, I got my opinion on your opinion, and it sucks.
All right, I got you with an all due disrespect here.
Yes, sir.
My all due disrespect goes out to I'm calling out a local YouTube channel, Woodward Sports. These guys, I'm a fan of their channel. Like I mess with their stuff. They have some good takes, but they get so freaking cocky about Detroit teams, and they've started to become a jinx. I'm noticing a trend.
Oh God.
The week before the Commanders playoff game, these guys were like, it's a wrap. We're so much better. It doesn't matter who's on our defense. We're going to get to the, like, just going so our offense is going to do enough because that's what's been happening all year. Right. And then we fast forward now. Obviously, the freaking Lions lost that game. I don't really want to talk about that too much longer, or else I'm going to cry. But, we fast forward to like right up before the All-Star break for the MLB season, and they start talking about, man, the Tigers are the best team in the MLB. Come F with us. Like, y'all ain't got nothing. Like, we're the best ever. Then we freaking lose 10 out of our last 12 games. So I'll do respect to what y'all are trying to do out there. We're a young channel trying to make it too. But, like, stop jinxing our teams, man. Stop.
Oh, my gosh.
That's it. That's all I got.
The jinx can be real. The jinx can be real. I want to take this quick break to tell everybody in the chat. We are doing this live show every Wednesday. Wednesday. And it would be really cool if moving forward, and y'all don't have to do this if you don't want to, but it would be sick moving forward if when we do all due disrespect, if the chat has an all due disrespect too. So if you guys, and if you have any now, you can feel free to put them in the chat. But if moving forward, if we could get y'all's input on this, so we do R3, and then y'all kind of chime in, and we'll kind of read some of those off, or maybe the most popular ones. So it can be about whatever. But yeah, if y'all have all due disrespects, feel free to throw them in now. But every Wednesday, come ready, because we wanna know what you guys want to get off your chest as well.
What up, Dustin? Welcome to the chat, Dustin.
Hey, Dusty. All right, y'all. Who's got funny posts? You've got Tophs, right?
I got Tophs right here.
I
don't have one this week.
I
ain't got nothing funny about me this week.
All due disrespect to Kyle.
Being a lame ass. All right, here we go.
Let's see it.
I was gonna zoom in, but fuck it. Let's go.
Get what seasoning tastes like. God damn. Before you say anything, get Granny on the phone. I'm calling a family meeting right now. Granny. Yeah. I just had to let everybody know that I've officially been seasoned. I need to spread the season, so I'm gonna need you to get in the car. I'm gonna need you to go to the local Walmart and write this down, because I know you're gonna forget it. Lowry's garlic butter. You know what I'm saying? Slap your mama. No. Slap you, mama. I'm saying it's a season called Slap Your Mama,
bro. I resonate with that so much, bro.
Oh man.
Bro, my mother-in-law, she is from the South, so she knows how to season. I grew up with a mom that didn't even know what the word salt meant. So I resonate with that freaking video so much.
Yeah, that's seasoning can make or break some food. All right, I've got two of them. So the first one at Freaky MFNGL on Twitter.
Damn.
And I quote, "Nigga, this restaurant has a dessert on the menu called baked cookie dough. Now I'm no genius, but ain't that a fucking cookie?"
Oh. Yeah,
baked cookie dough.
I was like, damn, that sounds delicious.
Well, if you think it sounds good, I've got good news for you, Kyle. It exists everywhere.
Go to your local Walmart, grab one.
Okay, all right. We got some
all due disrespects in this page.
We do. Tony, all due disrespect, Jerry Jones. Absolutely. We talked
Hate
about
that,
that
man.
situation with Micah on Monday. As we get updates on it, we'll continue to talk about that as well. But absolutely, Jerry is. I don't have anything nice to say about him. Big
He's
Tiff.
living in Jerry world.
All due disrespect to Toph's music taste.
Yo,
Hey.
Big Tiff.
Hey,
Fire.
hey,
Come on.
like I said, you can say what you want, but I don't care. You listen to your music. All the power to you. I'm listening to mine. Shout out Big Tiff, though.
Dusty said, "What seasoning?"
Oh, man.
Remind me to not eat at your house. All right, my last funny post. It for those of you guys who don't know, there was a huge deal that just went through with ESPN. They have recently acquired the NFL Network, Red Zone, and the WWE all live events, I guess, are also through ESPN now. Honestly, a crazy kind of killing for Disney, because Disney is the owners of ESPN. Disney is like fully absorbing Hulu. Hulu's gonna go away and be all part of like the Disney Plus service now. But in a reference to that, right. Someone I don't have this one in front of me, but someone had said, I can't wait for all of them to merge back into this wonderful thing called cable. But I've got at m.brown. The final stage of ESPN will be Stephen A. in an OnlyFans model selling you DraftKings picks 20% off if you buy an ounce of weed with the promo #StayOff. Stay off the weed.
Because he was on crack.
Stephen A. is like a cockroach. He'll be the one thing that survives everything.
You can never cancel Steven.
No.
I can see it now.
All right,
bro. I'm gonna
guys.
be just sitting in my pod, like, and I'm gonna just be scrolling, and all I have is Stephen A. That's hell right there, man.
All right, guys. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. Once again, please leave us a like. Check out some of our other videos. We are moving. We've got some small shopkeeping or notices, I guess, to give you guys. Our Monday show is officially, as of this Sunday, moving from Monday to Sunday. So it'll be available to be seen on YouTube now, starting on Mondays, because we're going to record it on Sundays, if that makes sense. Let me say that one more time. You'll be able to see the show recorded on Sunday, on Monday on YouTube. This will do two things. It's going to give us time for the episodes to breathe in between show 1 and show 2, but also the Sunday show is going to fully recap everything from the football that's going to start in just a few weeks. So you'll be able to watch your Sunday football and then tune in on Monday before Monday's game and see us basically breaking down all the stuff from Sunday and giving our predictions for the Monday night game. Then, once again, every Wednesday, we will be doing a live show. So then the live show Wednesday is going to kind of recap stuff from Monday, any news in between, and then we'll be kind of giving a preview as for college football and the NFL going into the weekend. So, yeah. Anything else from you two?
Let's get it,
Nope,
bro.
I'm all good.
Keep tuning in, everybody. Come on. We love interacting with y'all. We love all this. So keep coming around.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you guys again. Without you guys, there would be no entry. So thank you, each and every one of you, for taking the time to tune in and listen to what we got to say and interact with us in the chat. We will see you guys. You will see us on this upcoming Monday. Peace.